Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is the King and I Life podcast hosted by myself, Soul Touch of the Poet, and my brother.
Son Soul Lex.
Yo, we are talking about paying it forward, ladies and gentlemen. So we back talking about paying it forward. Yeah. So, hey, no further ado. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know where to find us. So let's jump back into this conversation, son. So let
Yes, sir. We are talking about paying it forward, as they say. And so, do you think different communities view this differently, or is it just across the board? Everyone is cool with it because they're paying it forward.
um I'ma honestly say it's a mixture of viewing it from different communities, and I'ma also say it's a thing of um age groups.
Hmm.
Um I say that because no, wait. It's communities, age groups, and uh financial status, so to speak. Um and I say that because when paying it forward became a thing,
Right.
like a thing, because let's keep in mind, people have been doing kind gestures like this for a while. Um, when paying it forward became a titled action, I think it was not so prevalent in our communities. Because like I said, when I first heard the term pay it forward, I was like, what is this nonsense? Like, I ain't doing that. Um, because I was like, and here's the ironic thing about it: us, our kind,
Right.
look at the other kind. They ain't ever did nothing for me, and it's this whole racial thing about it. The
Right.
whole racial construct about it. And it's like, I ain't doing this because the white man is the white man that blah blah blah. But it's like when you take yourself out of that mindset, you look at your age group, you look at your maturity, you look at your financial status or whatever the case may be, you're more likely to look at that as a kind gesture. And I think those kind gestures have um, declined to a degree and
Uh,
also come forward and increased. But I don't think that the millennial group, well, not the millennial group, because that's a different group from our group. I
right.
think if there is a period between our group and the millennials, that group was less likely to pay it forward. And I think as time has gone on, as we all like really take a look deep inside of ourselves,
Hmm.
and we really look at the climate just in our country, I think a
Right.
lot of us overlook the overwhelming BS and be like, you know what? Let me pay it forward because it ain't this person. This person ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So I mean, that's how I look at
Yeah, could agree with that. Um, the way I see it is this, right? When it comes down to people, as far as individuals and being in a pay it forward mood,
it. Hmm.
I think it doesn't matter about, our racial backgrounds simply
Right.
because like when I've done it in some occasions, I'll be like, well, let me pay for the person behind me.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't even look over my shoulder.
Right.
You know what I mean? So in that regard, that's how I operate. But as far as how some other groups may see it differently,
Hmm.
um, I get it. Even when it comes down to some people within our own community, be like, no one else has ever done anything for me, or people that look like me. So why should I do that? And if that's just how they feel, that's how they feel. They're entitled to that sentiment, as they say. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
again, for me personally, I don't give a damn what the next person looks like.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
it's all about again paying it forward, and whatever happens to it after that is none of my concerns.
Yeah. The ironic thing about paying it forward when you talk about different communities, sometimes paying it forward has a shock value to it that is priceless because depending on where you are, like I'll use my area for an example. I live in Edgewood, Maryland, Harford County, which is like 30 miles, 30 minutes north of Baltimore City.
Hmm.
Um, a while back, they tore down a lot of the projects in Baltimore City, and a lot of those people moved up here. Um, the one thing that did was bring a lot of knuckleheads up here.
Right.
So when you have that, you have like where I live at, it's real like chill. Like it's kind of like your neighborhood, quiet, chill for the most part.
Uh,
So if and there is a little racial tension. I won't say it's a lot of racism, but there's a little indifference up here. So sometimes if certain Caucasian individuals pay for my stuff, it shocks the hell out of me. Like really shocks the hell out of me.
oh well.
Um, and then when I pay for certain stuff for Caucasians, it shocks the hell out of them because we are in a we're kind of in a time that kind of mirrors or not mirrors directly, but have traces of Jim Crow and segregation.
Yeah.
Um, but it's not like deep rooted like back in those days. But it's kind of like, oh wow, this person did that for me. Wow, okay, and it's the same way. So um, it does have that shock value, and it also helps to show people of different backgrounds that we're not what we're sometimes perceived to be. Doesn't matter if we're Caucasian, black, Hispanic, or whatever. Paying it forward helps show that, hey, I see you as another person.
Right. And I think that's the one of the major things about it is people saying that I see you as a person. I don't know you. I don't know
Right.
anything about you, your background, or I don't care what your ethnicity
Yeah.
is.
Right.
I just want to play it forward. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember, as we're sitting here talking about it, there was a movie called Paying It Forward. And I remember
Really?
watching the movie. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, she was. But
Interesting.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I just think that it's a great thing when people can just put on their blindness to a certain extent.
Yeah,
And,
it's a
and
lovely thing when people. Yeah,
yeah, I,
totally
it's
agree.
a shame that at this day and age we're still not there yet. But
Yeah. Well, we're not fully there.
right,
It's yeah, I agree with you. It's sad that we're not there yet. There's pockets here and there, but
right,
for it just needs to be there.
true that. But what are some of the non-monetary ways to pay it forward? You think?
Um, Non-monetary ways to pay it forward. I would have to say just doing kind gestures like um helping somebody with their bags to their car or helping somebody, you see a person with struggling with their child, helping them out if you can. The one thing that is non-monetary that I would not mind to do, but I'm hesitant to do because of safety hazards,
Right.
is when I see somebody on the side of the highway having car trouble. Um, I would love to help out, especially if it's, an elderly person or a female that's, having trouble. But for safety reasons, I just don't do it because sometimes it's sometimes on the side of the road it's just not safe.
Right.
Um, Sometimes I don't want to put myself in a position to where things can go left, and I don't want to be accused of no nonsense. Um, Sometimes you don't know what a situation is, and you don't want to put yourself in a dangerous situation to where this person, you don't know what that person is doing or whatever the case may be, but you
Right.
don't want to put yourself in a difficult situation. So I mean, it's stuff like that, but it's stuff like that that I would love to um feel more comfortable doing, because some people just are not mechanically inclined like that. They, when it comes to a vehicle, it's get in, gas, and go. They might have a flat tire or something like that. They might need a jump. Now, if they in a parking lot or something like that, they need to jump. Got you all day.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's stuff like that. A lot of other non-monetary things is, like if you see somebody, elderly woman or whatever, taking out trash, grab their trash for them. Stuff like that.
Oh, definitely. Um, I feel you on the whole, side of the road thing. And like again, being here from the South, I used to do that a lot. I would partake in, if I saw someone stuck beside the road, I would pull over and see if I could help them. Um, but that was way back in my 20s and part of my 30s. But here at this age, I'm not so confident in these
Hmm.
days and times about stopping and helping someone
Yeah.
simply because, like you said, you just don't know what people are capable of nowadays.
Yeah.
You don't
Right.
know if they trying to set you up, you know,
Yeah.
you stop because you see this young lady, needing some help, and next thing you know, you got a gun in your head. Somebody in the bushes jump out on your ass. But
I was just thinking that too.
it's crazy, that you would even have to even consider that. But that's just,
Yeah.
the times we're
It's the
living
it's the
in
way
now.
things are.
I hate it, but that's just where we are.
Yeah.
Um, but getting back on subject, I'm like you. If I go through a door and there's someone behind me coming, I don't care. They may be 10, 15 feet away. I'll still hold the door, and
Oh yeah,
it don't
definitely.
matter if you're
Definitely.
a female or a male. I'll just hold the door for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, if I see someone, struggling with bags or something like that, if I can give them a hand, I will.
Yeah.
Um, my neighbor, oftentimes I'll just take his trash down to the curb simply because I'm
Hmm.
taking my trash. Of course, I look
Right.
in to make sure it's full, or I fill it, make sure it's full first.
Hmm.
I'll just take it down.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's kind of like one of those things of, if I'm already in the process of doing something, and if I see someone going through the same process or struggling, then I help them. But
Hmm.
if I got to go out of my way, meaning if I'm heading up one side of the road and they are on the other side of the road, I'm probably not gonna turn around and help you. I'm not gonna do it.
Nah.
Sorry,
Nah.
but
It's a nice thought, but I ain't gonna do that.
yeah, yeah. If you directly cross my path, meaning I
Yeah.
got to go past you, then I'll stop.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, it's
Yeah.
usually like in a parking lot, like you said, if someone needs a jump, or I see them needing a jump, or they ask for a jump, I help you out. But other than that, I just don't go out of my way anymore, because I find that even though I put out that kind of energy, it's very few and far in between before I get that energy back nowadays.
Or it's not
So
even gonna be appreciated when you give the energy at that time.
yeah, yeah, and it's kind of like one of the things I hate that I do is I let people in. You know, when I'm driving up the road and I see someone trying to come out, I just stop and let them in. And
I
they
ain't
don't
doing
even,
it.
throw up their hand and say thank you or nothing like
Mm,
you supposed to let me in. Like, no, I don't have to let you
I ain't.
in.
I ain't doing it.
Yeah, they,
I'm
they
not
just
doing it.
don't appreciate it nowadays.
Mm-mm. Look, I'm
It's
I'm a New
crazy.
Yorker, so I'm a New Yorker, and as much as I don't drive like a typical New Yorker, it's certain things I'm not gonna let somebody do. Um, like and oh my god, and because I work in DC, it's
Right.
irritating because is a section of the road, the highway, whatever, that the right lane is just a turning lane. It's going to be a turning lane regardless of how long you're on this road. At
Uh-huh.
one point on this road, it's going to be a turning lane. And what irritates me the most is jokers will ride this lane because they want to get past the traffic that's there. And it's like
Uh-huh.
as soon as it merges over, now they trying to get over here. And it's like you could have did moved over there a long time ago, but because you trying to beat this line of cars, now I'm stuck sitting here in a turning lane, waiting for you to get over to the left lane where you trying to go. Um, and in yeah, I'm not like nah, unless you got a position like and let's think racing mindset.
Right.
Unless you have a position of advantage on me, I'm not letting you in there. I'm not letting you in there. Yeah, and I know you know what I'm talking about because it's like
Yeah,
y'all
man.
just going, and that Joker just has that few inches on you to where it's like they go, and it's like, oh, yo, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh man,
yeah,
it's crazy. Um. All right, I'll stay on point. I'll stay on point. I'll get about to say something else.
because that right there,
Yes.
that's a whole
Yes.
topic in itself.
Heck
That's a whole
yeah.
topic in itself. But I'll say one last thing. If I'm in a good mood, go ahead, go ahead. Or if I'm not in a rush, go ahead.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh
Um.
man, that's funny.
So is paying it forward important at this time of the year and throughout the year? Is it important?
Um, just like charity, it's important anytime, but during this time of the year, I think it's important because a lot of people, for whatever reason, um, I've never fully understood this concept of holiday stress. Um, because I've grown up with little, and even though I'm fortunate in these days, if I can't get it, I don't care. I'm just not going to get it. If I
Right.
can't get it for you, I'll get it whenever. Um, but some people can't handle that at this point, and it's strange that they can't. But you know, hey, a few dollars here, hey, let me get that for you. It goes a long way. So I think it's important throughout the year, and especially this time of year, the stressful time of the year, because people do want to generally get the things for their significant others or their children that they've been really asking for.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just like charity, it puts a smile on their face.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think it's important again, like you said, here at this time of the year, because so many people right now are just needing the basics. They're not even talking
Yeah,
about, gifts outside of the basic norms.
right.
So it's definitely a good thing when you're in a position to give. It's even a better thing when you're in a position throughout the year to
Hmm.
give, when and where you can.
Right. Yeah.
I definitely encourage people, like you said, give if you can, but don't put yourself out. I don't encourage, putting yourself out. Meaning, if I got a goddamn light bill due and my light bill is goddamn $15, whatever the case may be,
Hmm.
and I see someone struggling and they need, you know, $10, uh, guess who light bill getting paid?
Yeah.
And it's nothing against them, but you got to be, you know, smart enough to take care of self first. If you can
Yeah.
help,
Definitely.
help. If you can't, do not go out of your way to put yourself out.
Yeah. For real. For real. So, in closing, ladies and gentlemen, the holidays are a difficult time for many people. Remember to be kind to one another and take care of one another, because that is one of the greatest gifts you can give. Take time to reflect and be thankful for what you have and not worry about what you may not have. That's very important. And again, you can't take care of other people if you're not taking care of yourself. So make sure you take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and if you could help somebody out, whether it's time, um, kind acts, or financially, help them out. If not, hey, give your time. Give an ear to somebody. That helps.
Definitely, definitely. One thing that doesn't cost anyone anything is a smile. I
Yeah.
definitely believe in giving, you know, someone a smile if I can. Um,
Hmm.
I'm not really big on smiling at men, but I can smile
Hey,
at a
you just give them a head
situation.
nod.
Yeah, yeah. What's up,
Give them a
Doc?
head
You
nod,
know,
give some dap or something like that.
that's it. Keep it moving.
Get you know what? Just give them some acknowledgement. Hey, what's up, brother? How
Yeah,
you doing?
yeah, definitely. That's one thing I love about being a Southerner is, you know, us um, ebony men here in the South, we tend to speak to each other, and that's something that hasn't gone away. I hope it stays because I really
Hmm.
appreciate the fact that we are able to acknowledge each other. You know, hey brother,
Yeah,
how's it
that's
going
dope.
on? What's going on with you? But anyway,
Yeah.
um, this is a great time of the year, man. I feel like there are big things coming up in the future as far as like how our lives are changing within this country.
Hmm.
So I'm saying all that just to say, you know, please um, enjoy the little things in life. I mean, being able to take time with family and friends, being able to joke with your coworkers while you're working,
Hmm.
um, and just enjoy yourself this season, man.
Yeah.
Good things are coming. You just gotta be positive about it.
Definitely do that. Definitely do that.
But once again, we just want to thank you guys for tuning into the King and I Life podcast. I am Son Soul Lex, and this is my big brother.
So, touch of the poet in this joint, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we are wrapping this one up. I don't know what else to say, but if you out there paying it forward, let us know so we can give you a shout out. Let us know, how you paid it forward so we can spotlight your efforts and all that. Give us some ideas so maybe we can push a pay it forward event or something like that. Because we definitely want to give back to the community, our listeners, and all that good stuff, and let them know that hey, you know, it doesn't cost anything to be kind. But hey, again, it's me, Soul Touch of the Poet, my brother.
Son Soul Lex.
Make sure you hit us up, email, website, social media, whatever podcast platform that you are on. Hit us up, check us out. Son Soul X. Close it out for me, man.
Hey man, you guys know we out here in these podcast streets. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and on Facebook and YouTube, make sure you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe. The more you guys do that, the more you helping us out, the more we can get the word out. And plus, the good thing about it is our numbers on our subscribers going up. So our number on YouTube was 100, and we are getting closer to that. So please hit that like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. We out.
We out, baby.